Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Daniel Honomusi, and this morning I want to share with you the God's love. I'm sure some of you it will take you by surprise. Yeah, I want to share the word of God with you this morning. I'm a politician, no doubt, but at the same time, I'm a politician with a difference, and I'm proud to say that to you. I want to talk to you this morning on the God's love. What is God's love? Why do we need to understand the love that God has for us as individual? More often, I see a lot of us, looking at life from a different perspective. We tend to want to believe our love is restricted to our brothers or sisters and those who, in a way, come to meet over time. We spend some time with them. But the truth of the matter is that the love of God has no bounds. We need to understand the concept. We need to understand and appreciate that we cannot love God if we don't love our fellow human beings. And we need to love our fellow human beings unconditionally. We need to understand that we only got into this world and we grew up under the tents and canopy or roof of our parents. And as we grow up, we got to know that this is your brother or this is your sister. As a matter of fact, if you have someone that has brought someone who is not biological to you and you've lived in the same roof with the person over time and nobody has told you it's not your brother, you will believe and you will relate with him. And so the kind of love we're talking about today, it's an unconditional love. The basic problem we have in this country is the division that we have brought into our religion, into our being, into our tribes. It has brought a lot of division. And I keep wondering if this is the kind of love that we want to share amongst ourselves. I want to implore you, the best thing you can do for yourself is loving your fellow human being unconditionally. If you have not gotten to a point where you can treat your fellow human beings, whether it's an Igbo man, whether it's an Hausa man, whether it's an Ijaw man or anything, if you have not gotten to a point where you can treat him with respect and with love, you have no Christ in you. For you to love God and for you to obey God, you must be able to love your fellow human beings. I am giving you this as a level of measure of your faith and of your right standing with God. If you do not love your fellow, if at any point in time you find out that you cannot exhibit that love for God, for your fellow human beings, if you cannot exhibit that kind of love for your fellow human being, then there's still a deep gap between you and God. But when you can love your fellow human beings unconditionally and you can do anything for your fellow human being, then you are moving closer to understanding the kind of love that God has for you. That is what we call the God's kind of love. I want to share that with you this morning, and I believe that by the grace of God Almighty, we will start to live a life where we will love our fellow human beings regardless of who they are. Is it a brother? Is it a sister? Is it an Igbo man? Is it a Yoruba man? Is it an Hausa man? Until when we get to that level where we can love one another in that mind, in that manner, then we are a little bit far from God. Let's cultivate the habit of making somebody happy a day. The purpose for which God has created you, the purpose for which you have woken up to see this brand new day, is not because you have the power of the might, but because the grace of God is upon your life. That is why you have been able to wake up this morning and you have been able to see. Within the period you slept overnight, there were minutes and hours you never even knew where you were. And if God has given you the grace to see this day. There is a reason why you are alive today. Make somebody happy. Show the love of God to that person. God bless you this morning. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.